Here's a list of things that men should not be allowed to have, and they're only for girls. Number 1, oat milk or any alternative milk. Why can't you drink it from the cow? Like from the udder. Number 2, a Stanley Cup. Why are you holding your water bottle from the side, from the handle, and drinking out of a straw? Gay. Number 3, baths. Why are your feet hanging over the side of the bath like that? Gay. Number 4, putting anything in your coffee at all. What, do you want it to taste good? Not allowed.
Oh, it's time to race, babe.
Maybe that black woman would have spoke to you if you paid for her groceries.
Honey bunches of cunts, I'm not paying to talk to nobody. But let's say I did. First of all, I'm not forklift certified. And if I was, how we getting all that into the 300?
Instead of a hi, if you said hey, can I cover your groceries? I think you're a really beautiful woman and I'd like to make your day better.
First of all, my mom said lying's bad, so that last part I couldn't do. And that first part, cover it with what? The flag they use on a football field?
We're living in late stage capitalism. Things are expensive.
For everybody. This has nothing to do with race. Everybody broke. We're in a global financial crisis. Listen, your people used to be chained in iron. Hashtag oopsie daisy. But now we're all in chains. The only difference is that the links are made from debt. You can argue that my cell's a bit nicer than yours, but we're both getting fed through the bars.
And black women are tired of being tired. We're tired of having to put on a smile on our faces and take care of everyone while no one takes care of us.
Honey, you're not even taking care of yourself. And you're tired because your heart's going through the ringer right now, and something tells me you treat water like the Wicked Witch of the West. Listen, all I'm saying is the faster you guys realize that your fellow Americans going through the same gift state that you are, the better off we'll all be. Mark drinks a bio. Okay, bye.
What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell?
So you're upset because you think he took a picture of you, which he didn't, you can tell. So in response, you take a video of him and then post it online. I feel like Joey Swole right now. But you're doing the same thing to him that you're complaining about him doing to you. You don't want him to take a picture of you when you're butt-ass naked in the gym. So you take a video of him and then post it. It doesn't make any sense. This is so ass backwards. I hate gym culture so much because you're upset that he's supposedly taking a picture of you when you're literally filming yourself and posting it online for millions of people to see anyway. And then you're taking a video of him and posting it online too to show how upset you are about him taking a picture of you. Looks like you guys should both be canceled for taking pictures of each other. Why can't we just go to the gym to work out? Why can't we just go to the gym to work out? People ask me all the time, Gary, why don't you post more training clips? Because I'm there to work out. I don't like recording myself in the gym anymore. I just want to go get my workout done. I want to go have a good session, maybe chat up some of the people in there, talk to my buddy. I just want to lift. Why can't we just lift?
Well, when a lot of these women, they do that. You make a great point. When they do this type of stuff, they think what they do is justified. And they kind of do the same thing in relationships where they'll say something or they'll do something and the man will be like, well, wait a minute. When I did it, that was a problem. But now that you're doing, well, it's different. The intent is different. The emotion is different. You don't quite understand it. For me, everything feels different. So I should be able to do it because my intent is okay. It's not wrong. Oh, you have too many guy friends. Yeah, but my intent is not to do anything with those guy friends. Yeah, but didn't you say that you and another one of your guy friends, like you actually kissed? Yeah, but that was a one-off thing and I promised you I would never do it again. Yeah, but you didn't do it with him again, but you went and you were with another guy, another one of your guy friends, and y'all were holding hands and y'all actually almost kissed, but y'all did fill each other up. So what's that about? Yeah, one thing just led to another, and I don't know what happened, and I shouldn't be held responsible because I didn't want that to happen in the moment. It was just something that actually happened. But, I should be able to do it because the intent wasn't there. And that's what you're seeing right here. Well, I should be able to do whatever I want to do because I'm intended to expose him and protect myself. But him, He's a predator and he's a jerk.
We found this piece of ice at the bottom of our freezer, and we're gonna crash it. All right, here she is. Let's do this.
How dare you?
So I made this video calling out this mattress actress from stealing such a beautiful moment from us, the very reason I sell this shirt in the first place. And the people spoke. They wanted to see the video. So I did what any person with a heart would do. I scoured the internet. And guys, I found it.
All right, here she is. Let's do this.
Beautiful.
So everybody put your hands in the air. It's an all-night party that we're getting.
You know, truth be told, some people walk around with IHOP, and then you have those who walk around with a whole bakery on their back. But the moral of the story is, whether you're a breakfast man or a snack daddy, life is about options. And you have them out here, respectfully, of course. Sensational.
Hey, let me tell you something about the ego.
What?
I feel like when it comes to your woman, you should set your ego aside. I said what I said.
Whoa.
I don't care.
Whoa.
You can walk out that house. No, listen. Wait. Let me tell you this. When you walk out that house, you can have all the ego you want. You want your homies, the world. You so tough, right? That's your ego. Well, as soon as you walk your ass back in that house, like we need y'all to be emotionally available.
I want to put them in the soft nigga area.
Just leave that ego in the
tender up when you get in the house.
Leave that ego in the car.
I want a tender nigga to come in the house.
What we
kissing
love.
up on you,
Yes.
hugging you, tossing you.
Yes. That's what we
okay.
want. Leave that ego in the car.
You don't want no tough nigga coming in.
No. We want a tough nigga outside the crib.
Outside. Well, inside, I want that tender
We
motherfucker.
want a tender motherfucker. I said what I said. Leave that ego in the trunk. Put that back on when you step out.
Okay.
You in a club, you want your homies, you know what I'm saying? Or even on the basketball court, you can have all the ego you want. But when you around your woman, put that ego to you still have ego. But split that in half and leave that outside.
Okay.
If there's something that you want to talk to us about, we care about your emotions. We care about your feelings. That y'all grew up to be this, oh, you can't cry. You can't show emotions. You gotta always be tough. You gotta this and that. No.
I think most men are on board with this, assuming that the woman allows him to have a safe space to express his emotions. A lot of times, a man does leave his ego at the door. A man is vulnerable with a woman. He might not say things perfectly, and I'm not talking about him screaming and hollering. I'm just saying maybe he doesn't say it like you would want him to say it, or maybe he doesn't say it like you've read in a book or you've seen on YouTube or something like that. But he's effectively, he's communicating with you, hey, this is how I feel. And it's up to you as his partner to learn, as he is learning you, how to decipher and understand what it is he's actually saying. Oh, and by the way, you do that by learning and asking questions. Well, what questions do I ask? You will learn as you go further in the relationship how he is. Those questions will come up because of you observing his patterns, what he likes to watch, what he likes to eat, how is he around his friends, how is he alone. And then when something's off, hey babe, I noticed you're not doing X, Y, and Z. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm good. I'm just chilling. Or no, man, I'm really down about something. Okay, well, what is it? You want to talk about it? Well, I don't know. It's kind of difficult. Well, you can let me know. You can tell me. You know, you don't have to tell me every single detail because I know maybe you want to keep some things private. But I want to be a part. I want to be able to help. And even if I'm not providing you a solution, you know, I want you to be able to tell me stuff and, you know, just get it off your chest. Men will appreciate that. But a lot of modern women don't do that. A man is vulnerable. And a lot of times a man is only vulnerable when he's had enough. He's vulnerable in the first place because he's tired. He's worn out. He's exhausted. He's been carrying things for too long and he's on the verge of a breakdown. So he's saying, I need some assistance. I need you to just let off a little steam. I'm not trying to give you the whole thing, just a little bit of steam. And modern women can't handle that. And so when a man tells them, this is just a fraction of what I'm going through right now, all of a sudden, no, I don't know if I can be with him. I don't know if I feel safe. And oh, to be honest with you, I kind of felt, well, I don't know what I felt. I felt like I felt like, a little tinge, a little bit of an ick toward him because he expressed his emotions to me, and I hate to say that, I hate to admit that. So it moves, and I understand what you're saying, but a lot of times it moves away from ego and it becomes protection, right? I need to protect myself, unfortunately, from the person in my house that said she was on my team because my emotions to her are icky, right? But taking you at your word, if you're going to provide a safe space, then yeah, a lot of men will be on board.
Anybody here either an immigrant or a child of immigrants?
So my parents are immigrants.
Where are they from?
We're Palestinian.
And it was you?
Mexico.
Mexico? If the United States went to war with Mexico, which country do you side with, starting with you?
Mexico.
Isn't it crazy that America allows people to be citizens of the country, but if it came to a war, they would quicker side with a country they're not citizens of? That's crazy.
I pick Mexico and Palestine every time.
I'm a dual citizen of
what?
the United States and
And where else?
France. By the way, I was born in France. However, I've lived...
You're an immigrant.
I'm not an immigrant, I'm a
You were
citizen.
born in France.
Oh,
Yeah, but I'm a citizen of the United States.
Wait, you're an immigrant.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So, okay, so you're getting
You're so
deported to
cooked.
France.
You're no.
So
holy
they're
shit.
literally, ICE is going to raid.
You think you have a gotcha, but it's completely not a gotcha.
But like ICE could raid you and take you to France.
No, it couldn't because
Yeah,
I'm
it
an American
could.
citizen.
This is not okay.
You're actually ridiculous.
He
So,
was conceived
despite
and
this,
born in France.
Is that like an own? Oh my God, you seem really anti-immigrant at this point. So anyways,
So you are?
despite me having dual citizenship, despite me having been born in another country and having lived there for the first like 5 years of my life, I've lived the majority of my life in the United States. I consider myself an American first, and my loyalties, if we were to go to war with France, my loyalties are undeniably to the United States. Undeniably.
Okay, King.
I had to show you guys this. It just really, I mean, it's not shocking, but it is kind of shocking because why are you here if you feel that way? If your loyalties lie with another country, why are you here? If America sucks so much, what are you doing? I would never stay somewhere that I didn't want to be. That's a you problem. And then, listen, I'm starting to second guess if I even want to go on the show. Seriously. I don't know if I could handle these women in person. I mean, I can, but my sanity, you know what I mean? My peace. They're like the thief of joy. Remember that from The Office? You're a thief of joy? Yeah. That's what they are. And then they have no response for what Brian said. So they're going to say, oh, you're an immigrant. If you don't understand what dual citizenship means and becoming a citizen in this country, you shouldn't even be here. Obviously, these two women were both born here, so they don't understand the laws or dynamic or the process behind becoming a citizen and the vigorous work that it entails and the studying and discipline and commitment that it takes to actually pass the U.S. citizenship test. Oh, man. Peace be with you, Brian.
My married girlfriends, please listen, just for a few moments. If you are not having with your husband, I promise you, he is going to find someone else who will. Don't kill the messenger. This is coming from a place of love, from me to you. There are women out there who not only are okay with having relations with married men and keeping it a secret and never telling a soul, and there are also women out there who prefer married men. They actually seek them out. They seek out the ring. I don't understand it. I will never be able to understand it or comprehend it. I just know that it's happening. Ladies, Men are designed to reproduce. It's kind of not even their fault. It's just it's the way they're made up. It's biological. It's just how they are. If you're not fulfilling his needs, he's gonna find somebody else who will. Handle your.
How much would it suck if you went to approach your husband and you were thinking, oh my God, he looks so hot and I miss him so much and I just want to be close to him, and you started to kiss him, right? And you're like approaching him and he looks at you with disgust and his body changes. Like, you could have just been having a normal conversation, but all of a sudden he's just like, no, thank you. I would be like, am I fat? Like, what's wrong with me? Like, oh my God, my husband, is he cheating on me? Like all of these terrible feelings would go through my body. I can't tell you how many times I did this to my husband, my poor husband. Would reject him over and over and over again. He would shut down, he would isolate because, gosh, like, that's the worst feeling, right? I'd be wondering, why are you not leading our family? Like, what's wrong? Like, am I not worth fighting for? But my actions were saying, like, you aren't worthy and you aren't enough. When I changed.
Is it okay for a woman in a relationship to have male friends to also hang out with them alone while she's in a relationship?
I feel like maybe you was friends with them for a while and like before y'all got together, then okay.
Y'all believe that y'all have guy friends that would not even want to have sex with you. Okay, where your phones at? Get them out.
You're right here.
Okay, put it on speakerphone too.
Hello?
Hey, how are you?
Good, what's up, whatever?
I don't know, like I'm kind of down right now. Like, you know, my man, like, are you busy? I could come through, see you?
Sure.
You know what I'm talking about though, right?
Wait, what'd you say? You said your man?
He broke up with me, and I'm sad to provide. You know, maybe you could cheer me up a bit.
Alright, I got
Is you with it, like, or not, is what I want to know.
I got you.
I told you. As we just witnessed here, the man that you called your friend is not truly your friend. He wants to smash. How long have y'all been in a friendship for?
Bro, we know
Since
we was 3.
Okay, you're 23. Y'all been friends since y'all was 3 years old.
Do you know
He
how
waited
long?
20 years to get the box. This is the reason why men don't want a woman to have guy friends, because we know that men have ulterior motives, and if you ever fold, he will
One of my biggest advantages in life is that you'll never know that I'm overweight just by looking at my face.
Not only is your face rotund, round as hell, basketball ass face, your mass can barely be contained by the t-shirt that you are wearing. What are you talking about?
If that chick right now, you call her and her phone was dead all night and she called you at 7, you'll have a problem with that. I can tell that the girl I'm talking will want a relationship, but deep down, I don't want that because she's a single mother, but I still want to keep dealing with her. How would you handle this? I would let her go because you're wasting both of y'all more time, bro. That's if it's one thing that I could change, man, it would be like wasted time. The time that I feel like I wasted dealing with people that I ain't really getting nothing out of, and I knew I didn't want them, and they're stupid, bro. And when you play with people like that, you're going to get what's coming to you, bro. This is what y'all don't realize. Whether your logic says, I don't want to be in a relationship with this woman, right? You still attached to her. You still have emotional feelings for her. So what's going to happen is she's going to realize, hey, I'm not getting what I want out of this. And so I'm going to give somebody else this pussy. The girl going to eventually leave you anyway when she realizes she not getting the commitment what she want from you. You basically hustling backwards. Why fuck with a person on that type of level and you know you don't want nothing, bro? This ain't about, oh, don't hurt her. It's about not hurting yourself because you're going to hurt yourself in the process. That's one thing these dating coaches don't tell y'all. Your heart's still in that. But the more time you spend with her, the more time you have with her raw and all that. You see what I'm saying? The more time you invest it, you invest it. If that woman right now walked away from you right now and stopped answering the phone, your ass to have a meltdown. If that chick right now, you call her and her phone was dead all night and she called you at 7, you'll have a problem with that. Your heart gonna start coming out. Fella, stop playing yourself like that with chicks who you want to with. It's more than enough women to go around. You damage yourself and you damage another person in the process, bro. You hustling backwards.
Sorry.
Actually, I think it should happen to you again. I think that they should use a medicine ball next time. Because why are you filming softcore at the gym? That's not what the gym's for, okay? People are worried about me making the gym intimidating for new people. You should be worried about this thought making the gym intimidating for new people. What kind of person just getting into working out wants to go in here and see this chick filming? You might say, oh, Garrett, she's not actually filming. Yeah, she is. And we all know it. This is just goon bait. Why is the gym filled with goon bait now? This isn't an Airbnb in Los Angeles. Go film your disgusting, degenerate, perverted slop somewhere else. Oh, Garrett, how do you know? Because she literally does. Why is the gym full of this now? They're not even into working out. They're not into fitness. This happens across all sorts of different hobbies. They're just using people that like working out as fuel for their business. Oh, this attractive girl likes working out. That's a thing that I like. I better buy her. You're an idiot if you give in to this, and she is a disgusting human.
But older women are single because they have to be. Never believe a woman over the age of 30 who says she is single by choice, because once a woman hits 30, the choice to be single is no longer made by them. It is made for them.
I'm not finding that people are meeting in real life because people are afraid to approach each other. I think one is being afraid of being called creepy.
If the guy rolls up and he's 6'4" and he's, gorgeous, it's fine, it seems.
That is true. If you are super hot, it's less likely to be perceived as creepy. But you have all these people that are saying, I want to be approached, and they're not being approached. And so there was this rise of run clubs last summer, right? Everyone said the new dating app is the run club. I ask everywhere I go, have you met someone at a run club? No, people are not really meeting there. So since 2017, the number one way that people are meeting is online. Right. Hinge is setting up a date every 2 seconds. This is where the dating is happening. If people want more things to happen offline, they actually have to approach each other. And I'm just not seeing that happen.
But I want women to understand that it's okay to pay for a date. It's okay to pay for a birthday trip. It's okay to do it just because it's Thursday. And I'm not sitting here trying to be a pick-me. Let me tell you something. My man's birthday this year, I took him to Japan for 12 days.
Japan, 12 days? That's expensive.
Paid off trip, expenses paid. Because at the end of the day, I'm a woman. To me personally, I just feel like men do it all. They try to prove their point, but us women, we need to step to the plate because men like to feel special too.
I've got a prediction for 2026, and that is that the so-called male loneliness epidemic is only going to get worse in the next year and onward. And the reason for that is because women, and specifically Black women, have decided to opt out of the y'all. They prefer to deal with a partner who is emotionally intelligent, mature, and acts like an adult.
Shut up.
How do you feel about kids? I have 5.
I have two daughters.
All right. 7 total if y'all cheaper by the 7.
Yeah. Oh.
What you think?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to pop.
So if he had no children, then that'd be
one. Yeah.
Okay. But too many.
Too many.
Okay. 5 is outrageous.
7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is he someone that's your type aesthetically?
Not really, but I don't. I'm willing to work with someone. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not just all about appearance.
Yeah.
We need men.
No.
Women are strong, independent girl bosses. It's always nice to have a man.
Yeah,
but
I feel like it's nice, but
I mean, to have kids, you need a man. But like,
yeah,
I don't
that's
think
what I'm-
I don't walk around and be like, I need a man.
Hit me, baby, one more time.
Like, no, I can be very independent with that one.
Yeah.
No. Oh my God, no. Women do not need men. It's just an added bonus.
I don't know why I be fucking with you. Was it the liquor that makes me act blind? Times that I'm with her. Anonymous pictures of other niggas trying to kiss her. Will I love her or shall I diss her? I'm sick of the scandal that I deal with.
One drunk man is more intelligent than 3 women with PhDs.
Yo, Natalie Nunn just says way too much on Cam Newton's podcast.
I will say this, like Shaq bought me my first car. Yeah. I didn't know if we were going there with that, but my first car was...
You dated Shaq?
No, I never dated Shaq. I was
Some ain't
at
adding
USC.
up. Some ain't adding up.
Get
Some
on
ain't
the-
adding up.
Give me your iPad. You can
Some ain't adding up. Some ain't adding up.
I didn't know where you were going with this.
Some ain't adding up.
Yeah, he bought me my first car.
How? Make it make sense.
I was at USC. He bought me it was a bug. He bought me a bug, a brand new bug, a little
brand new?
Yeah, it was a convertible little bug. Google it. Let me show you the picture. Come here, give me your iPad. Let me know my phone's somewhere down here. I got it. So
you gotta make this make sense. Jacob, we need to answer.
No, this is before I was in college. I was young. Shaq was at the he played for the Lakers. And at USC.
Sketchier.
No, we used to USC was down the street. Don't see now you're being messy. I'm about to go to sleep. I'm not doing
messy.
No, look, Natalie. No, don't do that.
Her stutter game is crazy. You know, there's something going on with the way she handling the situation. And shout out to Cam for digging. This don't make sense. He even called her out. Once she knew she spoke and maybe said too much, she was like, oh. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to do all that. And then, USC, Lakers, Shaq? Yo, Shaq got enough interviews alone. With the long hair, you know I had to have that. Yo, this shit is hilarious. And shout out to Cam. Once he heard that, he's just poking the bear as much as he can, getting all that info. And you already know, a platform like this, she look giddy as hell to be on. She's spilling all the tea. Yo, they tell on themselves. And I mean, this is probably a long ass time ago, but when it resurfaces like this, these podcasts is fire, dog. But shout out to Cam getting all that info. And yeah, you could tell. She started to stutter quick. She had no backtracking. She's like, oh, and Shaq just looking at this like, yo, they always tell on themselves.
Unpopular opinion. Being a man has to be one of the most difficult things in this world, because when I hear some of the requests that women have and how they can contradict themselves, I get confused. It's like, I don't need you to be too sensitive, but how dare you not share your feelings and your emotions with me? I need you to be a good leader, but understand that I won't be following you and I won't be listening to you, and you can't lead me anywhere. But be a good leader. Be strong and show a level of vulnerability, but not too much, because then strength and vulnerability cannot coexist together, because now I'm going to think that you weak. I want you to be truthful and honest, but not too truthful to where you telling me the truth about me, and now I got to feel some type of way towards you, because you're supposed to be on my side at all points and times. Read my mind, but don't you dare assume that you know what I'm thinking. Meet my needs, even though I'm not going to tell you what my needs are all the time, but I expect for you to just know somehow. Be financially stable, but make sure you have a whole bunch of time, even though it takes time to make money. Now, when you hear some of these requests out loud and you see how they contradict themselves, don't it sound silly? And wouldn't you be just as confused as he is?
And I think when some of these modern women say, to her point of strength and emotional vulnerability can't coexist, I think a lot of these modern women don't even understand their emotions. That's why they can't handle it. Like I've said maybe before, the emotions of a man sometimes can get pretty extreme. They can get pretty extreme. The reason it works a lot of times for maybe a woman talking to a man is that, her emotions are definitely, they're powerful, but a man understands, well, my emotions can be pretty powerful as well. And even if her emotions are a lot, I've got to be strong for her. I've got to be the rock. But a lot of these modern women, they're not trying to be no rock for nobody. They're not trying to be no support for nobody. They're not trying to do nothing. I might, for maybe about 30 seconds or 30 minutes, be able to listen to what you're saying, but I'm not your therapist. Go talk to somebody in therapy that gets paid to process this type of stuff. If you scraped your knee and you need me to put a Band-Aid on it, I can do that. If you might not even get fired from work, but if your boss cussed you out, I can listen to you vent for maybe 10, 15 minutes, and I got to go cook dinner and then take my bath, which you need to run the bath water for me. I can handle surface level emotions, but I'm not mentally strong enough to handle the deep emotions that you as a man have. That goes for a lot of these modern women.
Men aren't difficult. They want respect, effort, and consistency. And if they can find it, they choose peace instead.
A lot of females be so quick to match negative energy, but be slow to reciprocate love, affection, and respect. And that's why men leave them alone, because your attitude matters more than anything else you could bring to the table.
Male loneliness is one of the biggest epidemics in the world right now, and nobody's talking about it. So I want to talk to the men. You, the one holding it together when nobody asks how you're doing. The one who carries all the weight, stays silent, and still shows up every single day. You wake up tired, but you move anyway. You don't complain, you don't quit, you just keep stacking it brick by brick, hoping somebody notices the wall that you have built. But they don't, because the world raises the bar on men and lowers the gratitude. You get told to be strong, but never told it's okay to be human. You give everything and still feels like you're not enough. Listen to me. You are not weak for needing support. You are not broken for feeling empty. You're a man who's been carrying too much for too long. Simple. If you're watching this and you feel alone, please hear me. You matter, your work matters, your presence matters, and it's needed. Send the message, make the call, ask for help, do anything you can, because real strength isn't silence. It's just being honest with yourself. Real toughness isn't failing. It's standing back up. So to every man out there holding it down quietly, I see you, I respect you, and I'm proud of you. Now go and tell another man that he matters too. That's how we fix this.
I think never settle is bad dating advice. And I used to be the queen of saying never settle. But if there's anyone with high standards and is picky, it's me. But here's what I learned. This whole idea with never settle can actually trick women into thinking that there's a perfect man out there, that he's never gonna make her angry, that he's never gonna give her the ick, and that he's gonna check every single box there is. And I see this among a lot of women. They wanna get married, they wanna have kids, yet they have these unrealistic expectations in men. They think that they need to check every single box, that they need to be X height, they need to make X income, that they need to have X personality, they can have no icks, nothing that pisses them off. And honestly, I see them passing off good men, perfectly good men, because of these unrealistic expectations. So a better way to think about it is, what are some healthy standards? Does he take responsibility for his actions? Does he constantly grow? Does he communicate well? Does he lead with integrity? Is he a man of faith? Does he take care of himself, take care of his body? Does he treat other people well? Those are the things that matter. So instead of saying never settle, instead I want you to say, I am going to choose wisely.
I am in love with two men at once, and I don't know what to do. I've never been so happy in my life. I'm in this, like, I get to pick. I make the rules now. I'm in love with both, and I'm not going to decide in the next 24 hours.
I'll decide for you. Guys, if you recognize this woman, just know she's not only dating you. So make your choice wisely. I hope having 3.3 million followers, at least one of the boys follows me and sees this. Just so karma or justice could be served. Because just don't want anyone to get their heart broke here.
They don't.
What is this?
They like it. Works. Go around treating her good. Loser. Guys. Nobody like my grandma anymore.
I know so many great single women. So many great single women. I don't know where all the dudes are. I'm like, guys, come on. Come on, guys. Make the first move. Come on. But man, they just...
the first move is become a great single guy.
Like,
that's a big move right there.
I know. I know. But...
There was a dude that talked about men not approaching women or women being upset that men don't approach anymore. And what woman is saying that? This woman right here. I have so many great single friends. How come the guys won't approach? Well, you got to be a great guy first. Not even the great guys. They're not approaching either because your friends aren't all that great. And you haven't even understood that. That's the problem. Y'all can't get out of your own way to see that, oh, well, you know, maybe my friends, maybe they got some things that they need to fix. It's, well, you got to be a great guy. Well, how about your friends be great women as well? How about we look at them and say, well, what is it that they're doing? Maybe they're not ready. Maybe they aren't as great as I think that they are.
Message. These men don't be lame when y'all are with them. These men don't be bad dads and horrible boyfriends and husbands and he never bought me anything. I was the one paying all the bills. That's not what y'all be saying when y'all are in relationship with these men. But the moment that these men leave because they're tired of your mistreatment, they're tired of your poor character, your cheating, whatever it is that these women be doing to these men, the moment that these men leave, then y'all want to assassinate these men's character. Now all of a sudden he's little. Now all of a sudden he never treated you well. He was verbally, he didn't pay no bills. Watching Remy Ma and Papoose go through this public divorce is really sad because we thought they were the epitome of black love, right? But what's happening right now is what happens in a lot of relationships. Everything is great until you don't get your way. Everything is great until you think that the grass is greener on the other side. And then you get over there and you realize that grass was sod and it was fake. I think that's what's happening. I think Remy Ma thought that she was going to be able to have an amazing life wherever she had been canoodling at. And when she got over there and realized, this ain't what I thought it was, you tried to slide back over there to Papoose. And Papoose said, no, Ma, I'm happy. I done moved on. You had multiple chances. I'm done. And because she can't accept accountability for losing a good man, now she has to paint this man like he wasn't a good man. I believe Papoose. And when I hear a lot of women assassinate the character of the man that just a few months ago they were madly in love with, I fully believe that you did something and now you are regretting your decisions. So instead of you just being like, yeah, I messed that up, you gotta make yourself the victim. When we gonna stop that?
Should a man, for a first date, pay for the babysitter?
No. Yes. If my focus was to see if this man is going to pay for my babysitter, then obviously the focus is his wallet and not what he's like.
Yep.
That's your child, not his.
Right.
No, it's a way that I weed out people who are serious about me or not because my time is valuable.
I believe, because I'm a prince, right? I will only go on the first date with a girl if she gets wax for the date.
I just don't think that is an argument because the reason that I do that is for safety for my son and I and my time and my resources. Yes.
You're
but time and resources,
business woman.
how do we feel about the men? No, because I'm weeding out people who are serious about me or not.
And so the caption here says, well, basically, she's saying, hot take, marriage doesn't fail because women change. It fails because men don't, right? And Rebecca on the left side is saying, and here we see modern day feminism could possibly be the woman's fault. She's always the victim. And the crazy part about this is the woman is married. She's married and she brags online about not doing stuff around the house. Oh, my man does it because he's growing and this and this. Right. But both of y'all live in the house like you say, like a lot of modern women say. So why are you dancing around because you don't do stuff? That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So Rebecca responds and says, men don't even benefit from marriage, and they certainly do not benefit from a divorce. And to say all men are the issue is crazy logic. That's what men are saying. How can you say all men? How can you lump me in with all men when I keep to myself? I mind my business. Men have been saying this, right? So she says, men are very transparent. Why do you think men will be friends with another man for many years? You know what you're getting with a man. Exactly. Right? We're friends for years. We already know what it is. There's boundaries that if crossed, there's stuff that happens, right? In a stable relationship with men, in a stable friendship with men, right? There's boundaries. So you know what you're getting with a man. And if you want to grow and change as a woman, that is great. But not all men are the issue. Thank you for saying that. And I'm glad that there are women that stick up for men, because a lot of these modern women, even some of the married ones, say stupid stuff all day, every day. And a lot of these younger ladies, middle-aged and older women, are saying and parroting some of the same dumb stuff. There was and I read in the comments, somebody said it was AI, 104-year-old woman saying she regretted being married. All of the stuff that she did after her husband passed, she could have done unmarried. And I said, think about being 104 years old and somebody saying, what do you regret? Or thinking back over your life, what is the one thing that you would tell your younger self? And that's what you came up with. That's what you get. You didn't say, well, I would like to take more trips, or, I would have loved to go pet a seal. I would have loved to go swimming with the penguins. I would have loved to wrestle with a polar bear, something crazy and dangerous. You said, I would have told myself not to get married. Good God. And these are the women that we should be looking up to. That's crazy work.
So you kind of proved my point. I just feel like we give so much flack to single moms, but not to the men who made them single moms. Like, I feel like the energy, if you're going to give the energy to women who have children and they're raising them by themselves and now they want to date, you have to give the energy to the man that put them in that position. Like, so that's the part that I don't like, that's not balanced. Like, if anything, the father who decided to not raise his child should get all this negative attention, not the mother who's making it happen by whatever she's giving. And that's where I just think that that's unfair. Like, y'all should be men, because a lot of men scold the single moms. You should be scolding your gender, the men who do not take care of their responsibility and raise their children. And that would seem to me fair, because if a woman's a single mom, it's because the guy's not there.
Exactly. We didn't choose this life. It chose us. Like, I didn't wake up one day and be like, oh, I don't want to be with the father of my kids anymore. That wasn't a choice. It just happened that way. And again, we're doing everything. I bust my ass to take care of my kids. Like, I grind. And so it just was very hurtful to see all of those comments about single mothers. And yes, like, why not give it to the men?
A few moments later.
It goes back to what you said. They're going to say, these men will date you, but are they going to marry you? That's what they're going to say.
Oh, well, a man ain't never left me. I left them. My fiance that I was engaged to, I broke that off. We bought a house together and everything, and I still cut it loose. Okay, because I'm the type of woman, I have money. I got my own money. I get my own bag. I don't got to deal with nobody. So if you're treating me how I don't want to be treated, if you doing shit you ain't got no business doing in a relationship, we're done. And I don't got to stick around. A lot of women settle. I don't. I know my worth. And a lot of people don't like that. They don't want you to know your worth and what you deserve. I do. So a man ain't never left me.
And on periods. And on period.
And it's really a case of modern women continuing to tell themselves all this talk about, yeah, rah, rah, rah. And then you continue to tell on yourself. No, it was actually, it wasn't him. It was actually me. I actually had the bad attitude. I broke it off because he wasn't treating me like I wanted to be treated. And how is that? Well, I wanted to be spoiled. I wanted to be a passenger princess. I wanted to buy things unnecessarily and do things unnecessarily that I really didn't need to. I wanted to basically prioritize myself first. And he said, well, wait a minute. There's multiple people in this house. You can't continue to prioritize yourself over everyone. You're not the most important person in every scenario and situation. Now, let's take, for instance, you're pregnant, right? You've got needs. Let me help you out. I mean, I still have needs, but let me help you out. Okay, you go to the forefront. But what if the kid, or what if I'm in the hospital? Well, one person is down. So guess who gets prioritized? In that situation, I would, as the man. And so you would have to throw all of your resources as much as possible into helping me, into taking care of me in the same way that I took care of you. But modern women don't see it this way. They see it as, even if you're in the hospital, you should have set up something to keep me happy, to make sure that I'm still taken care of while you're suffering. I'm barely coming by the hospital to visit you. I'm barely checking in on you. The nurses or the people giving you the wrong lunch because you can't answer for yourself. They just giving you something. Whereas I could have come in, filled in your menu, and could have got you something halfway decent, but I don't care enough. I'm just worried about myself. And when somebody confronts me about it, like your family, your mom, and said, hey, you ought to have enough love for that man to come in and take care of him, to do him right, to stick by his side, especially when he's in the hospital and incapacitated. All of a sudden you break down crying. You got to pull out that phone. Hey, look at me. I'm a victim. My mother-in-law is picking on me. My father-in-law is picking on me. They saying I should be taking care of my husband in the hospital. He took care of me when I was pregnant and anything and everything else that I needed. But, you know, I've got things to do and I have to focus on myself. That's what modern women do. And that's what you see right here. Modern women sitting up here, blabbering, popping off at the mouth, only for us to find out that, wait a minute, I prioritize myself. I've actually left the good man. It's me. I need to hold my... Kendra, you talking about the men, you need to hold me accountable. Stupid.
If a woman is comfortable putting together a checklist of good qualities a man should have, then she shouldn't get uncomfortable when a man has a checklist for her ass, because can you compliment the list that you put together for him?
My husband have been married for about 12 years, and we have an 8-year-old son. My husband's pretty much the breadwinner. He hasn't required for me to work or really contribute financially to the household the whole time we've been married. So I haven't worked, and he hasn't imposed really any like wifely duties on me. Like, I don't have to have dinner ready when he gets home from a long day of work or anything like that. I pretty much just do what I want, whether that's lay down all day or go to the gym. My son's in school now, so he's not with me all day. So I don't, you know, really have any like wifely responsibilities. He just lets me pretty much rock. So anyway, I've been having an affair for like the last 8 to 9 months, I think. And my husband caught me. He pretty much walked in on us in the act, and he was pretty mad, but I was mad too, because my husband had allowed me to have like this very comfortable, cushy life. He worked hard and he supported me and my son, and, you know, let me do whatever I wanted and let me live a soft life. And it was just embarrassing that he had caught me. And I didn't cheat because my husband had like done anything or he wasn't a good husband. He was a great husband. I was just kind of bored all day. So anyway, when my husband found out that I was having an affair, I got mad and I made him leave our marital home, and I kept my son here. And I hired a divorce attorney because I wanted to file for divorce immediately now that my husband had caught me. And like, I won't allow him in the house. I won't allow him to come in here and get all his things. I won't allow him to see my son. I've already told my lawyer that I want full custody. Okay, I don't want dad to have visitation at all. I want to keep the house. I want to keep the cars, and I want 100% of all of our marital property. Whether that's his bank accounts, his investment account, his retirement accounts. I want all of that, because it just was embarrassing that he caught me cheating, and I now have to impose some of that embarrassment on him. My lawyer said that it's not realistic, but I think it is, and I don't know why she's telling me that, but yeah, I'm fighting for everything. And in addition to all that stuff, I also want spousal support, because I haven't worked this whole time, and I feel like I become accustomed to a certain lifestyle, and my husband should still be responsible for paying for that. So yeah, and that's how dumb y'all be sounding when y'all call my office after y'all done cheated, talking about you want me to represent.